Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research time for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is for the brand Jaguar. Brand Jaguar is a quite a well-known brand from United Kingdom. Obviously the Jaguar brand is a car manufacturer, which is quite on the luxury side of things, but their perfume brand was sold to Lalique Group a few years ago, which is a good thing in my opinion, because Lalique, they know how to make perfumes and they don't ruin them. So this one in particular is from their Vision line. So this one's called Jaguar Vision number 3 or 3, and in United Kingdom you can find it under £30, sometimes even under £20, and for that price is very good. So it's Eau de Toilette 100 ml, and it's aimed for men, but to my knowledge it's completely unisex. Anybody can wear it. In terms of performance, is weak to moderate. Majority of the Jaguar fragrances, they smell good, but unfortunately they don't perform well, and this one is in the same lineup. Well, my skin went to up to 3 to 4 hours if you go heavy on the trigger. I put 10 sprays of it, and that was ample enough to smell it around 3 to 4 hours. On t-shirt about 5 to 6 hours. So it is I would say weak to moderate. Okay, for Eau de Toilette is not bad, but I expected a little bit more oomph, but it's not there. So it's a little bit on the disappointing side in terms of performance. In terms of projection, an arm length of projection for maybe around 45 minutes, and after that it will slowly subside. You always have a small bubble, small cloud, and a small trail. If you want to go outside and people smell you from the other side of the road, you need to go heavy on the trigger, probably more than 14-15 sprays of it. So it is quite subdued in terms of projection as well. It's not it doesn't project heavy. It is quite personal. It is quite subdued. It is quite understated and things like that. So if you like your perfume to not shout a lot, this is a good one, because it doesn't shout that too loud anyway. So if somebody into your personal space, they can smell it, but from the distance they can't smell it. So for that is good for maybe close encounter, maybe for bedtime, small and confined spaces, going out for dinner, because when you go out for dinner you don't want your perfume to shout too much and then ruin the dinner and everybody tastes your perfume in their mouth. So for that it's quite good. So this is the application for it, I think, and it's a shame because it's absolutely beauty, and also it's very sensual, it's very sexy fragrance overall. So in terms of occasion, this is very good for going out for the evening, for a special occasion, for formal occasion and things like that, because it's on the opulent side of things. But the performance lets it down a little bit there. But under £20, you don't complain. It's a very good price for that. I mean, for the price is right. So in terms of who is it for, this is bang in the middle, unisex. Anybody can wear it. In terms of occasion, as I said, it's a evening, formal, and special occasion, things like that. But because the price is right, you can use it anytime, anywhere you want. In terms of seasons, similar. You can use it in summer, in winter. Maybe if it's a very high heat summer, maybe it's going to be a little bit on the cloying side because it's quite powdery. So overall, apart from the performance, the smell is good, the price is good, the presentation is very nice. Look at this dark bottle, and it shouts bad boy, and the smell like a bad boy as well. It smells like a player. It smells like somebody who goes out and enjoy themselves. So it's got a bad boy vibe to it. Okay, in no way or shape is like a gentlemanly or to be sophisticated side of things. This is very playful. To some extent, it reminds me of few fragrances here and there, but it's not a copy of them, it's not inspired by them, it's not 100%, none of those, okay? Just here and there you smell them and say, oh, okay, it reminds me of this, reminds me of that. Just to put you in the right direction, put you in the right mind, give you the mental picture how it's smelling overall, okay? So this is just a guidance, it's not saying it's a copy of them. To some extent, La Nuit de l'Homme, especially the spiciness of it and the powderiness of it, reminds me of La Nuit de l'Homme. Again, a little bit. It's not any way, shape a copy of it, okay? It reminds me of L'Instant de Guerlain to some extent. Because of that, they utilize those citruses plus the spiciness of it, and also a little bit of that cacao powderiness in here as well. So to some extent it reminds me of that one, and it's not a copy of it again, to some extent, okay? To some extent it reminds me of 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, but just a little bit, just a hint of it in here. Again, just to put you in the right direction, not a copy of it, but for some reason it smells like a leathery, cinnamony and mandarin feel to it to some extent in here as well. The other one it reminds me to some extent of it is Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Signature. To some extent it reminds me of that one, that tonka bean in here, plus the sweetness, the tonka bean and the cacao and the spiciness of it reminds me of that one as well. So it reminds me of four fragrances overall to some extent, but it's none of them, it's not a copy of them, it's not 100%, okay? Just to put you in the right place, right direction, to know how it's approximately how it smells, okay? So if you like those four, you like this. If you don't like those four, you won't like this. Overall, this is sweet, powdery, nutty, definitely nutty, is very nutty, cacao, powdery, what else, cinnamony, spicy, warm spicy, fresh spicy, what else, woody, yes, woods are in the base quite clean, cedar and sandalwood, and little bit of leatheriness to it, and the citrus are quite big in the beginning, especially the first 15 to 20 minutes. It's a little bit on the fruity side as well, but not much, just a hint of fruit, hint of floral, especially some aromatics in here as well. So it's quite a complex fragrance, but unfortunately it doesn't have the oomph. That was what let it down. If he was performing well or acceptable or medium performer, it would have been a bargain in here, but it's not bad in terms of performance. So 3 to 4 hours is, and also 5 to 6 hours on the t-shirt is not bad, but you need to go heavy on the trigger, or every couple of hours, 3 hours, reapply, and that beautiful smell will come up. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. So the ingredients, we have lemon, cardamom and bergamot on top. We have pineapple, jasmine and sea notes, and in the base we have tonka bean, sandalwood and patchouli. So there are few things in here is not mentioned. For example, it's not mentioned that mandarin feel to it. There is a mandarin smell to it in here, orangey mandarin, which is not mentioned. Sea note, I don't get that much, maybe a hint of it. Mostly I get a little bit of watery feel, but not much. Again, it's very, very small wateriness, but it don't smell sea salty, oceanic or salty at all. So forget that one. Pineapple, yeah, a little bit of pineapple to give them that sweetness in here. But again, I smell more like mandarin orange rather than pineapple. But pineapple is there, just a hint of it again. The tonka bean is by far the dominant here, because from beginning to end you always smell that tonka bean. I give it that nutty, sweet, and also that earthy feel. Sandalwood and the cedar is not mentioned. A combination of those two giving it that really clean base, and also the patchouli here giving it that cacao or chocolatey. And also sometimes I get a little bit of feel of coffee in here as well. It's just a hint of coffee, so you can tell where it's going. You know, it's again just to recap. What you get mostly is warm, spicy, is aromatic, is citrus, is woody, sweet, Some people says they smell vanilla. I don't get vanilla. I get mainly tonka bean in here. A little bit of fruitiness and floral, amber, and marine. I don't get. So, if you like what I mentioned, if you like the four perfumes that I mentioned, that a little bit smell like this to some extent. Again, just to put you in the right direction. They're not copy, but they are quite, when I smelled it, it reminded me of those four fragrances in the first place. So this is my nose, this is my experience, this is my basically conclusion. Okay, so you might put on the skin and smell something different, or you might pick up some part of those four perfumes that I mentioned. So don't quote me and say, oh, it doesn't smell like Nuit, it doesn't smell like L'Instant de Guerlain, it doesn't smell like Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo signature, it doesn't like 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. Yes, I know it doesn't smell any of it, but as I said, some part of this perfume reminds me of some part of those four perfumes. So if you like, it's like a combination of those four, and also is nothing like them, like a copycat of any of them. So overall, highly recommend it because of the smell. The smell is great, although it's not everybody's cup of tea. For me, for my taste, for my age, for my experience, this is a beautiful fragrance. If you love those four, you love this. I absolutely love those four, so for me this is a no-brainer. I love those, so naturally I'm gravitating towards this as well. Apart from the performance, which is not great, but it's not a slouch either. I put 10 sprays of it, and it's lasted me around with the combination of t-shirt and the skin around 5 to 6 hours. But if you go heavier, maybe 14-15 sprays, maybe it lasts a little bit even longer. Okay guys, so that was the update for this beautiful fragrance. If you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. And this one is a hidden gem in terms of smell. Smells great. If you are thinking of purchasing one of my own perfume and support me that way and get something superbly beautiful in return, not only just beautiful, highest quality ingredients you can get, highest concentration of oil you can get, plus ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell very, very mysterious, very unique, very artistic. They are like time capsule. They take you different places, different time. But you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to purchase. I'll leave them in the link as well. If you want to invite me to a coffee, I would appreciate that very much as well. Thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye.